Do relationships have space for delayed gratification, or should we just pick our spouses based on where they are today? Check this out.
During the time of separation, my comedy started taking off. Now, mind you, I've been telling her for 4 years, stick with me. We going somewhere. Trust me.
This year 4 when the separation
Year
pop
4
off.
separation, but I've been telling her, stick with me. I know it's rough now. I know we not eating where you would like to eat, and we're not living where you would like to live, and you're not driving what you would like to drive, but stick with me. Trust me. And so year 4, we get separated. Now my comedy started taking off in year 4. Right, like right when we separated, and I got this big opportunity to perform on BET as one of the top 5 clean comics, and I knew that was gonna blow me up because on BET they put your little your website back in the day on there, and BET they keep looping shows, so churches was booking me, people was booking me all across the country, and I did this final show, and then because I'm religious and spiritual. I was flying home from Miami, and then, man, God just kind of spoke, kind of appeared to me, and basically, said, man, you about to divorce this girl because she do a few things you don't like, but I haven't divorced you, and you do a plethora of things I don't like. And, man, I kind of like heard it just clear as day. You know what I mean? It was like, I don't want to be spooky, but it was just real clear, because I didn't want to be a dude to get on, and now I don't have the one who was with me when I wasn't on. I ain't never want to be that dude. And don't get me wrong, I know things happen. Yeah. But I'm just saying, I just never wanted to be that guy. And so I knew it was about to take off, and she been down with me. She held me down these whole 5 years. That was my thing to her, hold me down for 5 years while I kind of find myself. And she did it. And so now since she held me down for 5, I hold her down for life.
So what do you think, lads? What we saying?
Kicking, bro. No.
B said, I'm kicking.
Joking. No. That's not who I am. No, man.
You sure, D? You sure?
That's not who I am. That's not who I am at all.
Yeah, it's a lot, bro. It's a lot. I think, obviously when you get into a relationship at the beginning, you don't know really. And, this is... I'm saying this from as much as I'm saying this as a husband, I'm saying this from the perspective of being a father to my children, specifically my daughters. So, like you have to be mindful. On one side, it's like, you want to give this person, guy, girl, a chance because you don't know, but at the same time, you want them to be kind of prepared and robust enough to cater to your son or daughter, basically. So it's definitely one of those challenging situations, I think. And what he said, like just to go full circle on what he kind of presented there, it's real interesting. Man said, I like his accent, so his accent bangs, but like because he's spiritual and religious, like man was like, obviously he heard the Lord minister, and we spoke about something like this on a different video. And what's powerful is it's not only he heard the word, it seems like might as well say he said, I hold it down for life. So he's basically presented a reality where even though she darked him and maybe did wrong, when the Lord ministered to his heart, he was able to faithfully take her back, go back and, work things out. And that says that, but there's so much in there in that as well. But let me give you man space.
I like it, man. Like, I love stories like that where in difficult moments, people follow the word. And like, people say it all the time, like it's easy to follow God when things are going well. Like when things aren't going the way you desire them to and you follow God, that's like the real test of character. And obviously, he obviously had confidence in himself. He's obviously relaying to his wife, things are going to turn around, things are going to get better, which is obviously good. And eventually, like, they did turn around. And in that moment, it's like, he said it, like, there's so many men which the wives they have when they're successful are not the wives they're not married to the same woman they were when they were on the grind. And it's like, my whole thing is like, loyalty is the big thing. And he ain't the only guy that's been in that sort of situation where your wife, he's saying like his wife was holding them down for all those years.
Yeah.
And now in return, he's like, look, he's blowing up now. He's blown. He's famous. He's getting booked and gigs all over the place. He's like, yeah, you know what? He's not going to disregard what his wife did for him in those seasons. He's like, I was true to my word.
Yeah.
Like, I said things were going to blow up. They did blow up. But I also said, like, listen, you're not in a situation where you get to eat where you want to eat or you get to drive what you want to drive and all of this different kind of stuff. But there's a time where things are going to change.
Yep.
And that's going to be the case. And it's like, we speak about it from time to time. It's like, we know there's guys out there that are just blowing hot smoke. Do you get what I'm saying? They're just talking. They're just saying stuff. They don't even really, like, they don't believe it. But there's, at the same time, there's guys who speak and they do believe it. And it's like, the ultimate like proof and evidence of those guys is the evidence when they come to the time. Like, he's in that situation now and he's like, look, I'm blowing up and I could divorce you because that's the pathway they were going down. But God's speaking to him. And in those moments, we know, like, God speaks to people. Sometimes people don't listen. Sometimes people are just more focused on what they want to focus on. And he's just like, well, let me not continue this separation.
Yep.
Let me not get divorced. Like, I made promises to my wife.
Come on.
And now I can actually fulfill on those promises. He's going to fulfill on them.
Yep.
So, it's powerful, isn't it? When we hear stuff like this, I'm thankful, and I just think to myself, we need to hear more of these stories. More of these stories need to be broadcast for other people to see. So they can be like, okay, cool. Like, yes, people that are successful go through times of difficulty and hardship. They go through times of refinement.
Yeah. Come on.
And
It's rich.
giving up isn't the thing to do. If you give up, there's no opportunity to be successful, to come out successful on the other side.
Yeah.
It's by consistency, constantly coming back and saying, you know what, this is what I believe. I'm going to continue doing it. I'm going to continue working, etc. And eventually, like, things will work out.
Yeah.
You keep doing the right stuff. So it's a powerful story, man. Like, I thank God for that account because we know all too often it ends and it goes a different way. So, yeah, man, kudos to him.
How much confidence should you put in the person when the relationship initiates? That's across the board to every man. Like, when you're getting married, starting a relationship, how much confidence how much weighting do you put on your confidence in the person? As in, you know, their ability to plan, to structure, to provide finance, like, you know, all the factors. How much weighting do you put on that person?
Like, how much do we or should we? Or like, how much?
You can answer both, or answer whichever way you feel. I'm curious to understand what. I guess I'm asking should. You can, and I'd do if you want. Yeah.
I think naturally it's like, obviously, we, especially men, like, we analyze.
Yep.
And we project, we make projections, we make estimations, like, oh yeah, like, she does this, or she can do this, or this is what, like, she thinks like this, or she comes from this background or whatever.
Yep.
It's like, we do those things because, naturally speaking, it's like, doing analysis, analyzing makes a lot of sense. Especially if you're thinking about something long term. But then at the same time, it's like, obviously, should we? Well, like, I'll put it like this. If you believe this is the person you're supposed to marry, then you would look at something completely different to someone who's doesn't believe that. And they're just like, well, this is someone who's compatible, and because they're compatible, it's almost like you have to lean more. Like you have to lean more on what are their pros, what are their cons, etc., and stuff like that. But ultimately, we have to have faith in God, that God is able to get what He desires to get done in a marriage, in a family, in order to like bring Him glory and stuff like that. So ultimately, we should have faith in what God's doing through us more than having faith in our own ability to pick a winner.
Yeah.
And things along those lines. That's what I think.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with what Izzy's saying. I feel like, again, I think we've kind of spoken about this on this channel before. Whereas, like, imagine, I remember there was a video I watched of Warren Buffett, and he was talking about your body, and he was like, imagine, so he comes into a classroom and he's like, imagine if I gave you a car, it's a brand new car, fresh out of the showroom. But then I say to you, this is the only car you're going to have for the rest of your life. Like, how would you take care of it? I could guarantee you that you'll change the oil when it needed changing. You'll take it to the service. You take it for a service when it needed a service. You'll do the MOT when it needed done. You wouldn't drive it mad because you knew you couldn't get another car. This is the only car that you're gonna have. Yeah. Now think about that aspect in terms of marriage, because as believers, that's how we should think of it.
Come on.
Because once you get in, that's it. Right? Now, if you're really thinking of it like that, and imagine you pick the spouse that you've picked, maybe when you both picked each other, you were really young. So you didn't know if they were going to be business savvy. You didn't know if they were going to be, they were going to care about their health. You didn't really know all of those things, right?
Yeah.
But and then as you're getting older, you're becoming a lot more aware of these things. So what happens? Like, you're not thinking, oh, I'm going to go find someone else. No, because you're a believer. You're thinking in your head, well, if these things are important, then I have to get my spouse on board. Do you know what I mean? It's like you watch a team play, obviously back in the day, like watching United play, whether it's the Rio Ferdinand or if it was Roy Keane, just how much they try to get their teammates on board with the game. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, this is the game plan. Do you know what I mean? This is the game plan. Like, get onto it. Like, once you have your teammate, it's like you have to go all out, whatever you've got to do to make them see this is what's important. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's really unfortunate when you, sometimes when I hear about that whole thing, like the spouse doesn't believe in the other spouse's dream and all that kind of stuff there, like, it's really unfortunate because there's many people outside of the household who already don't believe that you're going to make it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I hate for it to be in the household as well. Because now you become another person that I have to prove myself to. Well, really and truly, like, you should be the person who I want to do it for, and now becomes, I'm going to do it just to prove to you that this, that, and the other. And the sad thing is as well, is like, obviously, being a believer, like, forgiving is part of our faith walk. So you didn't believe or whatever, you get back on the ship and we continue going and just keep it at that. But people don't realize sometimes it could have a damaging effect, because now it's just like, well, like I tried to do this thing with you and you didn't believe me. Now you're back on board and it's just like, I don't want to keep that in mind, but it might be in the back of my mind now. Do you know what I mean? Kind of thing. But like I said, forgiveness is, you forgive and you kind of like keep it moving, this, that, and the other. But I don't ever want to put you in a place where, if I have a goal, I don't want to tell you about it because you may not believe that I'm going to accomplish that goal. And there's the other thing as well, like, I feel like people don't factor in. And because of Hollywood, because they only ever show you the sexy stuff, like, people don't factor in that it takes a while to get to, you know what I mean, to succeed. And, also, even to I think I've mentioned this before on another one of our videos, is that it's much better to go on a journey knowing that someone's riding with me and they're riding with me regardless of we make it or not. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, you're there, like, you're my person. Do So you know we're going after this thing, but whether we make it or whether we don't, I know that we're gonna get to the end of it and you're still gonna be there.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? Bruv, the journey is different.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? The journey is different. I ride for you differently. Do you know what I mean? Just like I know whether this works out or not. And this is, I guess, it is like with it is somewhat is like that with God, isn't it? Like I know that I'm human. I know that I am not worthy of the love that God gives me. But I know that where I fall short, God ain't going nowhere. Do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, like you kind of want that, but yeah, for me, it's just like, this is something that I feel like a lot of people have to work on. A lot, I feel like, like don't focus on the result. Focus on the journey. Focus on the fact that you're doing the journey together. Do you know what I mean? It's like, that's what's really important. People like, if you get there, I'm with you. If you don't get there, I'm not with you. It's like, you might as well leave. Don't leave. If you're married, don't leave. That's bad advice. Don't leave. But like, yeah, man, like ride with your person, bruv. Like, no matter what, do you get what I'm saying? Whether you're gonna make it, whether you're not gonna make it, it doesn't friggin' matter. Like, ride with your person. If that's the person you've married, if you've embarked on that journey, like some people who got married at a really young age, so you as you're growing up, like they say, me and Israel was having a conversation about this in a car on the way here. Like they say, a person changes every 7 years or every 10 years. And it's like, if you might change and get to a place. I remember John Maxwell had a deep. This stuck with me. He goes, him and his wife, they would go to conferences together. He goes, they would read books together. They'll listen to audio tapes together. And he goes, whilst others are growing apart, they were growing together. That stuck with me. The sad thing is some people aren't gonna grow together. Like you might get to a place where you outgrow your spouse, but it's not for you to outgrow them and look at them and be like, like what's going on? And this is what most people do. They outgrow their spouse and they're like, come on, man, you're supposed to be here. It's like, no, like you gotta drag them. You know what I mean? You might have to drag them, kind of thing. But yeah, man. I think the journey is much more enjoyable when you have someone you're riding it with, and you know that they ain't going nowhere, I ain't going nowhere, just me and them. Whether we'll make it, whether we don't, it doesn't matter. Like they're there. Do you know what I mean?
Imagine, like, just quickly, I'll say this. You know, we've seen it online. You know, when they do those trust tests.
Yeah,
with your partner.
Give me a phone.
And your
Look at my
partner.
phone. Yeah.
No, those one.
Those ones are deep.
Where they stand behind. They're like, stand behind your partner.
Okay, fall
and
back.
then you fall back with your eyes closed.
Yeah.
It's like, when you think about what Ben's saying, the difference is knowing you've got someone behind you who's going to be there to catch you, and someone who doesn't know for sure, like, I'm going to close my eyes, I may bang my head, bust up my back on the floor because that person ain't there. And it's like, one more thing I'll say quickly, like, people say it all the time. It's like, a lot of women don't understand how valuable and vital they are to their men.
Come on.
Oh, mate.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, Ben's been saying it for time. When a man has confidence that his wife is backing him, it takes him to another level.
Come on, bro.
Mate.
Come on, bro.
And it's like,
That's battery right there.
do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, obviously, a lot of women don't know it.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's real. When a man has like that level of support in the house, like from a spouse and children, he's able to move much more rapidly and move much more further than when he doesn't believe that.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's amazing to me that more women aren't speaking words of power and words of encouragement into their men, into their household, because everybody in the household benefits from that. And it's like, we talk about all the time, like I say it all the time as well, it's like, it's a team.
Yeah.
Mate.
And it's like, when you have a team mindset, that's totally different to an individual mindset.
Yeah.
And a team focuses on the team succeeding. Individuals focus on individuals succeeding. So that's what, like, when Ben was talking about like people growing apart, that's because those two people are individuals still.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing they can do. If you don't unify and become a team, you're never going to grow together.
Yeah.
You're always going to be growing apart. And that's the sad thing when you think about this stuff. But it's like Ben said, it's like the journey going on that journey together is more significant than the outcome. The
Yeah.
outcome,
Yeah.
the positive outcome is just icing on the cake.
Yeah.
And again, that goes back to just teamwork. The more you focus on the team, the more that what I just said makes sense and is more like a more likely reality. But when you're just individuals, like, oh well, how long is it going to take until I get what I want? It's like, well, whenever your like patience runs out, then you'll start thinking, well, yeah, it's time for me to exit.
Come on.
I'm going to give up now because it's just about you. It's not about the team ecosystem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a lot, man.
Yeah. It's sad people don't understand that. It is really sad because it's like, and this is how you find people who end up with, it's like, imagine you was with someone and because they didn't fulfill something, you left. Then this person didn't fulfill something, you left. This person didn't fulfill something, you left. I guarantee you, these people, you know what ends up happening? They end up getting with someone and they're like, you know what? So and 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 so was actually better. But now I'm at a place now where it's just like I gotta just deal with what I've got now.
100%.
Do you get what I'm saying? Kind of thing.
100%.
So yeah, maybe they deserve it still. Maybe they deserve it. Straight.
Said, maybe they deserve it. Whoa.
They're leaving, isn't it?
Boy. Listen. Would you be satisfied if one of your children brought somebody and the person that they brought, listen, let me rephrase this away from our children here, sorry. So if someone asked you for counsel and their child met someone and this person, they couldn't see satisfactory qualities in that person by way of, they may be a nice individual, but just, casting vision to the future, they didn't have that capacity. How would you feel about that? I don't know why I've turned this into like a children and relationship thing, but anyway,
Have you clocked here when I've been mentioning, like, you found some or you're with someone and then you realize they don't have certain attributes. I've mentioned that you might have met when you were young.
Yep.
Right? Like, nah, if it's fresh and you're trying to pick someone, by all means, you want to make sure that if you're a person who, like, you have that in you, like, to embark on tasks that the majority may find hard, then probably don't pick someone who doesn't know how to suffer. Do you know what I mean? You probably don't want that. You probably want to lead that out like they're probably not for you. Like, you want to pick someone who understands what suffering basically is. Do you know what I mean? We're going to go without for a long while. So if you're a person who needs to have whatever right now, then you may not be for me. Do you know what I mean? Because, like, but if you find yourself, because we're all going to find ourselves, like, I remember there was a book I found, I never read it, but it was a title. It says, "What if marriage was intended to make you more like Christ?" Because no matter who you find, you're going to find something in them.
That's right.
That is going to
That's right.
make you more like Christ, basically.
Yeah,
Do you know
that's
what I
right,
mean?
that's
It's
right.
like there's going to be something in them that's just going to be like, why'd you do that? That'll make no sense, kind of thing. Like, there's going to be that. So, yeah, that might be the thing that you might need to work on. You might need to help them work on, or whatever the case might be. Do you get what I'm saying? But all in all, it's like, yeah, you get to pick and choose. Like, bro, the Bible says, "He who finds a wife finds a good thing." Do you know what I mean? So you do get to choose. So, like, I don't believe God's just out here saying, like, "Oh yeah, by the way, it's them." Like, what? By the way, it's them. By the way, it's them. It's like, do you know what I mean? But if God does point them out, that's because God believes that you're compatible. Do you know what I mean? So, I don't know if I answered your question.
No, that was good, bro. I appreciate your response.
What was the question again?
If there was certain qualities that
They weren't
Yeah.
they weren't happy with the qualities.
yeah, if you couldn't see certain qualities within, what do you call it? A marriage prospect of a younger person that you were advising, what would you say? What would your take be?
Yeah, man, it's like, I think for me, like, firstly and foremost, it always like what do you believe? Like, is this
Come on.
the relationship, the marriage you believe God wants for you? Like, if it's a yes, then it's a different conversation we have to have. If it's a no, then this ain't likely gonna, like, go in a different direction. Like what Ben was just saying before about if you're looking for a certain trait, certain characteristics, and you don't see it, like, it's kind of obvious, isn't it? Maybe that's not the way you want to go. So it really, like, for me, it just really comes down to the belief. Like, if you really believe this is who God's calling you to, then you have to have more faith in God than in the faith you have in analyzing potential drawbacks or lack of characteristics. Because at the end of the day, like Ben just said, it's like, referencing that book, everyone who gets married is going to become more like Christ based on their spouse.
That's right.
It works both ways. So there's a reason why God puts two people together. It's for them to both grow and for them to represent him and to do it well.
Come on.
So
It's rich.
we have to be mindful in marriage to remember that God is greater than the challenge or obstacle we may be facing in our marriage. And when we think about it from that perspective, that can help us in those difficult moments, in those difficult times. And the situation may seem insurmountable. It may seem like, oh, how am I going to get over this hill? How am I going to climb over this mountain? The way you get over that hill, the way you climb over that mountain is by God, not by trying to do something yourself. And the more we focus on that, that can even help us in those moments where there may be a prospect. And in those situations, if you believe this is the way you have to go, you have to have faith like, hey, Lord, I'm going to trust you will make a way where I can't see the way.
Thank you, bro. So are you a rider? Are you dependable? Are you consistent? Or are you the kind of person that does not stick around when the going gets tough? Put your comments in the box below and we'll see you on the next one.
Peace.
Peace.